Another day, another chance for Joey Barton to be an absolute prick. Now, why do we say this? Of course, I woke up and I saw all of these kind of clips going on. I guess he did an interview with Pierce Morgan on Pierce Morgan's Uncensored. And he went on and he had something to say about women being commentators in sports. Now, there's a lot of clips going around, of course, and I got one of the clips here that we will look at. But I think when you boil it down, and we'll watch it, but when you boil it down, you really see, like, I think he's just being a dick. Or maybe an opportunity was denied to him and it went to a female and he feels like that's undeserved. Or whatever the case might be. Let's take a look at it. Like I said, I saw a couple of clips, but I did want to save it for right now and just keep it fresh in our mind and see what's going on with it. So let's take a quick look. And already it's so annoying that there was a commentator when I was streaming during the Liverpool game that was like, hey, he brought up woke in a way where, I don't think he meant it this way, but I was like, you got to be careful because now these people that are mainly conservatives use the word woke to just mean something bad, or like to mean that, like, people that are from different minorities or an oppressed group or a group that hasn't been in something is getting an opportunity to do something. Okay. And so, like, you see a woman being the title of a show and that's being woke, and it's like, I think that just means you don't like it for some reason. Um but anyway, let's take a look at this clip in particular. This is what we're going to deal with. We're going to deal with this clip, Joey Barton on Pierce Morgan Uncensored. Okay? Now, again, so what he's actually talking about is women being in commentary in sports. So I'm assuming that's in the UK. I don't get their commentary when I watch the games, but that's what he's talking about, and he just doesn't like it. Maybe he doesn't like the explanations. Maybe he thinks there's somebody bad. Whatever the case is, but let's. I'm not gonna talk for him. Let's see what he says.
What is it about the women that you think is inappropriate? Is it because they have not played the game at the highest level of men's football?
Now, again, there's always that because obviously I didn't play at the highest level. I wasn't even close. And there's always this, like, superiority that ex-footballers have. And I think that they do bring a massively good insight into what it is like to be in those locker rooms, to be in those games, to feel what they feel. But at the same time, they're people, and everybody handles stuff differently. And so the way Joey Barton would have handled it isn't the way TT Henry handled it. And having said that, a lot of the times too, you want to be careful because when you're bringing that into an argument, then you're not, like, a lot of people aren't allowed to talk about a lot of things. Okay? So that's number one. And number two, in that same way, then Thierry Henry is gonna come in and be like, "Well, you weren't as good as me, so why should I listen? Why should you be talking about football? You weren't as good as me. Please remove yourself." And so there's always somebody bigger. There's always somebody better. And so I think it gets into a dangerous territory when you even talk about that. So you want to be careful not to do that. But again, let's see what he answers. I haven't even seen this.
No, Piers, as you know with me, I'll never not answer the question. No, it's absolutely not that. It's about, as I say, you have to be there on merit. Like, you can't be there to.
So you have to be there on merit. So is he saying that these women aren't there on merit? Is he saying that these presenters that are there haven't been with the company enough? So surely Joey Barton is looking up their work history. He's, for the US, it's LinkedIn. He's on their LinkedIn. He's seeing, oh boy, they have not been with the company enough, so they do not deserve that spot. Bullshit. That is such a lie. He doesn't know that. Oh my, he does not know. He just hates that these females that have been at the company, that have put in the work, that have put in the grind, and you know what? The company's like, here you go. Here's the presenter job. Here's the commentary job because you've been in it and this is what you want to do. Now it's woke. Now it's woke because the women, I'm sure the women have worked and have worked their way into those positions. And I think that for him to talk like he knows their work history is absolute BS.
To fit this woke agenda that we've currently got going on
So
in society.
stupid. And again, it's one of those things where you say woke and it's supposed to be bad. Oh, he said woke, so obviously this is what, you know, like the secret cabal of whatever, like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. As soon as you say woke, it means I feel bad about something and I just don't know how to explain it other than what this actually is. You know, I want to bash X people, but I don't know how to come up with a good argument, so I'm just going to say woke. Okay? I don't like that a movie has African Americans, so I'm going to say it's woke. I don't like that a female is a presenter, so I'm going to say woke. I don't like that there's a transgender in a movie, so I'm gonna say woke. I don't like that two men kissed each other, so I'm gonna say woke. It's not fucking woke. You don't even know what woke means. You're just being an idiot. So again, as soon as you hear that, as soon as you hear woke, know that is like, oh, somebody hates something, they don't know how to explain it, so they're gonna say woke. Like, that's all it is. I promise you, that's all it is.
You know, you don't have to have played the game. You know, lots of managers haven't played the game at a high level. Lots of good commentary people haven't played the game at a high level. Kind of Mark Chapman, Rory Smiths of this world. But they've earned the right via, you know, hard work and over applause.
They've earned the right via hard work. So surely he knows. He's been in the company. He knows that these ladies, these women, whoever, have not put in the hard work. He was looking over their performance reviews every single year and was like, nah, see, she had bad marks for 3 years in a row and you still gave her the presenter job. Bull! No way. There's no way he did that. That's so dumb. That's, oh man. Again, you cannot like the way that somebody presents. You can think that they're dumb. You can think that they're like, why are they on TV? You can say that about so many people at any given point. It doesn't, like, come on.
Long period to get into that space. Obviously, it helps talk about the men's game if you've played that men's game.
And that's true. Again, I would never value like somebody. I would always value higher a player's insight. A player, a high level, top level guys like those guys. You do value their opinion more. My only thing is, I'm like, hey, what if I offer something different? What if I, from an outsider's perspective, this is how it's seen, So, I mean, I definitely do think that that's true and that helps. Again, I'm sure that's the only thing I'll probably agree on.
The higher the level, arguably the better, because it gives you a unique experience. There's a lot of similarities between both sports peers, absolutely no danger in that. But the men's game is just played at a completely different speed with a completely different skill set needed, and for someone to stand there and say, I would have done this in this situation, or he's made a mistake there, who have no experience of that.
So let's say me even. I can see that, okay, when Onana ate those goals, right? When Onana let those goals past him. I can't say he made a mistake because I didn't play a professional goalie. You guys, come on, man. Like, it's just, again, it's just one of those things where it's like, you can see it. It's obvious. Hey, this player made a mistake. Hey, he should have done X, Y, or Z. Like, you don't need to have been a professional player to be like, oh, he made a mistake there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's insane.
And it's not just one or two. It's been taken over.
And there it is. And that's what it fears. And that's it right there. That's it right there. That's what he fears. He fears that men are being pushed out in his mind, and that women are going to take over the game, and they're going to hold the sole positions in football. And the best, most ironic part of that is that it's been men this entire time. Like, how do you not see that? It's been men. The entirety of football coverage, of most shows, of everything, has been men. So now some women are getting into it, and he's like, yo, whoa, that's too much. What do you want to do? Take over? It's been men the entire time. Oh, man, that is insane. That's crazy. Like, again, how do you not see that? How do you not square that? And it's so ridiculous.
You know, and it ruins the experience for most men, and it's the men.
Why does it ruin the experience for most men? Bro, there is men pundits that I cannot stand. I hate them. I hate when they speak. I hate what they say. Some of them are too bland. Some of them are too boring. Some of them are too whatever. It doesn't matter if they're men or women. And you know what? It doesn't even, like, no way. If seeing a woman, seeing anybody else other than a man commentate on a football program just bothers you, ruins your day, like, then you're a weirdo. Like, there's no other way to say, like, dude, there's no other way to say it. You're a weirdo if that bothers you that much. Like, it shouldn't. It absolutely should not.
Game, and I feel I don't want to come across as sexist. I'm absolutely not. I've got a wonderful daughter.
And I saw it in the comments already. I saw it in the comments, but he said, I don't want to come off as sexist. I'll let it play.
It's a wonderful wife, my grandmother, big matriarch.
Okay, so I don't want to come off as sexist. I have a mom. I have a daughter. How can I be sexist? That's like I have a black friend of racist lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't cover you, Joey. Like, that doesn't cover you, bro.
I want women at men's games. You know, at Bristol Rovers we had Hair Game 2, and it's a great initiative to get women in the stadiums. But if we're going to talk about the technical nuances of elite level football, and we want to educate the audience, which is the punditry, co-commentary role, then we must do that with the most credible people, not people who tick boxes or fill quotas.
Again, he's not criticizing any single one on the merits. He's not criticizing, and this was, people are saying football's football. He's not criticizing them on what they might have said. There's actually one time where he does bring up an example. Again, it was just in this one. I have it here somewhere. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's do this. So he does actually bring one up in another one. And let's see.
Comments from the Liverpool Fulham game about, the Endo goal. The Japanese boy Endo scores. And the commentator was female, co-com's female, and she talks about Endo scores with his laces.
And she says Endo scores with his laces. And I'm gonna have to not show the goal because then it'll get taken down. But we'll listen to the audio.
Now, anyone who watched that who had any knowledge of football, seen that Endo scored with the side of his foot, but no.
So again, just so you know, Endo, it looked like he shot it, but what he actually did was shot it with the side of his foot to give it that direction. So that's a problem. Okay. Hey, listen, even if that was the case, people make mistakes, whatever. I don't think that's the end of the world.
One, because it was female co-coms and female...
But he's saying, I don't want to say that it was because it was a woman. I'm just saying, like, that's one example of her not showing that technical know-how.
Commentator.
Right?
No one said, hang on a minute, that didn't happen. Then we have to correct those mistakes.
And what she actually said. So listen to the audio here. What she let me go to the webcam. So we'll listen to the audio lip. She says, put the laces through it.
Smash it over the bar, but no. Endo just strokes it into that top right hand corner.
And she said, but no, Endo drove it into the top right corner. So he is mistaken. And I think that if he was a person that was credible, would go on and correct that as well. And he would say, you know what? I made that mistake. Let's see if he does it. Let's see if he does it. But again, you guys, there's a lot of things that you can keep an ear out for, and you can say, oh, this person just wants to make this commentary. And if a woman commentating on a game scares you, makes you angry, you don't like it, I think that you should look internally, because I personally, I don't really care when people are commentating. And usually I have it down because I like to just watch the game myself. Sometimes I'll hear the sound on, just, because they do have a little bit more of uh, the sound of what's going on in the game, like the potential yellow coming, subs coming on, whatever the case might be. But again, I think it's just Joey Barton being scared of women, apparently, and just showing that he's overall not a good person. I don't. Again, I saw, when I saw that, I was just like, there's no way that you come to that conclusion. But you let me know. I mean, people can let me know. Does it bother you when a woman is commentating on the game? Does it bother you that a woman is presenting? Uh, do you feel like you get less of an experience? Do you feel like something like you're missing something? Do you feel like it could be better? Because I would posit to say that there's ex-football players that give insane takes. There's ex-football players that give the wrong analysis, or whatever the case might be. Or there's football players that maybe aren't the best. We've seen when they go into coaching. And so I think that for you to say now that a woman just shouldn't be able to do it because somebody's trying to tick a box, I think is absolutely wrong. And I think it should just be stamped out. I mean, it's 2023, and I say that in the sense that, like, I thought we were done with this, if I'm being honest. I thought we were done with this. I think, the women's game is getting so good as well. And it's getting better, and it's growing. So we're gonna, it's developing, and I think that we shouldn't be worried about who exactly that it's a woman that's commentating. Just look at the quality. If you don't like it, then just don't like it. But you don't like it because it's somebody. And I'll just end on this. I think one of the best commentators on the sport is Laura Woods. She's phenomenal. Emma Hayes, one of the best coaches that, makes you run through a brick wall. Like, you want to play for her. And so, again, does Joey Barton not want them commentating? Like, does he think that they aren't good? It just seemed, it came across as weak to me. But again, you guys let me know what you think.